Okay, so because 2017 is over, it's now time to review how it went. This is not a synopsis of the year, but rather a synopsis of my year. So instead of talking about things that happened this year, like Trump coming into office, the eclipse, the rise of Bitcoin, and the death of net neutrality, I'm going to talk about everything, or kind of everything, I did this year. So, let's get started. It all started at Genesis 4, a Smash Bros competition, where I kind of made my first vlog and uploaded it on this channel. I didn't compete or anything, but got to meet some of my favorite players like Chuda and Isaiah. Oh, and I got to try out the Switch before it got released, where I got utterly destroyed by this guy. We hugged it out though. Went to Berkeley to go to a Model United Nations conference. Didn't win an award though. No one at our school got an award actually. It's extremely competitive.
At Jamaica, guess what? Jamaica kept sending us notes, 8 notes in total, that said, it has come to our attention, and that's it.
I'm pretty sure these two beauties got an award though. Made a video where I sang the digits of pi along to Darude Sandstorm. But instead of the actual Darude Sandstorm, I played Darude Sandstorm by using anything I could find that basically made sound. 415965389793238346643383279502884197169. Did an English project about the bloody wars between those who pronounce the term GIF as GIF and those who pronounce it as GIF. All we had to do for the project was make a propaganda video. Why we decided on this theme was beyond me. I don't know what our class thought of it, but my English teacher said it was quote-unquote epic. It's pronounced GIF, by the way. Went to Berkeley again, not for Model UN, but to meet Little Yachty. I didn't really care about Yachty, but the whole event sounded interesting, so I got my camera and went. We ended up having to wait 3 hours in line, and I wasn't even able to greet him because I didn't buy his new album. My brother did, so that was cool. Went to this annual festival in San Francisco called El Carnaval, which literally translates to the carnival. The reason I remember it is because my dad decided to buy a fidget spinner there for himself. You ready?
Oh, shit, yeah.
Went to the fair where we rode almost everything. The ride operators kept getting mad at me for recording on the rides and telling me things like, "¿Qué está haciendo, chingón?" But I think the shots were well worth it. We ended up getting lost toward the end of the day, so we asked a random stranger for their phone, and thanks to them, we didn't die that night. Made what Redbone would sound like if it were played on my Music Fairy MQ3701 keyboard electronic organ while I grunt and sing about summer, because I was extremely bored. Tried to find the launch site of the fireworks on 4th of July. We definitely found it, but decided not to get any closer after almost getting hit by a flare. Maybe we were just pussies.
Oh, that flare just hit the floor. It hit me. You want that burn? No, it just hit her. Oh my gosh. Why are we doing this? I don't know. Do you think we should
Looked through a telescope for the first time in years. Did it during the day, so while it was a spectacle, it wasn't very magnificent. Unless you find hills magnificent, in that case, it was pretty magnificent. Thanks Gino for letting me use your telescope. Wanted to make a Smash Bros club at my school, so I contacted a Facebook Melee community and asked if anyone could hook me up with some TVs and GameCubes. Within a couple of minutes, I got a message from this guy who was willing to sell me a lot of stuff for cheap. He lived in San Francisco though, which was a little far away, but if you want the rainbow, you gotta deal with the rain, right? This is the guy that contacted me. His name is Charles, and he's an absolute G. Thanks for making my club possible, Charles.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Charles, right?
Yeah, hey.
What's up, man?
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks.
My dad, his friends, and I wanted to see the Mayweather-McGregor fight, but we didn't want to pay to watch it, so I ended up illegally streaming it from a Russian broadcast off my computer. My room was, in a matter of seconds, filled with 5 slightly drunk middle-aged Mexican men, which was pretty cool. I made my very first beat, my very first song even, and it took literally 2 days of non-stop work. It definitely wasn't spectacular, but I was pretty proud of it. It's playing right now, actually. Then I hung out with some friends and drove down a parking garage on a shopping cart. It felt like I was going really fast.
Woo! I'm going towards the left. Okay, thanks. Ah! Okay.
I wasn't going that fast.
You okay? You went.
Brought my camera to school because why not, and ended up getting it taken away from me several times by both other students and teachers. This was the result. Made my first ever website that gives you an inspirational quote every time you click on a button. I still use it to this day when I need that motivation. Started the Smash Bros Club at my school and got roughly 55 people to sign up. I was euphoric when this happened. It dwindled down since then, but it's still going pretty strong. Definitely a highlight of all these highlights.
Give it to the team poster. You dumb bar. You dumb arse.
I invented a dance called the Moogly. I hit it during one of our school's football games in the middle of the stadium. That ended up being the only football game our school won that year. No need to thank me. Oh my god! I decided the next best thing was to hit one with Martine. His security guards thought otherwise. I tried to get my hands on some of that Szechuan sauce, but there was a gigantic line. I went to a Mexican wedding, but I wasn't interested in dancing banda, so I tried to read about computers and I got nowhere. I asked a girl to homecoming. She said yes, which was great, but when the dance came, we didn't dance, and neither did we talk. At least I got to do the SpongeBob with this one kid.
My man, let's SpongeBob.
I tried to wear a blindfold for a whole week, but discovered that was really difficult. My teacher didn't let me into his class, so I missed an entire test.
Alright, Alright, walk into the door.
To be able to see if we're coming into class.
What's up? No, I'm.
Yeah.
This is a psychology experiment. I asked.
Well, now it's class time.
No, please. I have to, like.
Well, then
I have to
you
dedicate my
do it
time to
somewhere
this.
else.
Someone tried to trip me.
Oh, what the frick? Okay, someone tried to trip you right there.
Wearing it for a whole week was way too much, so I just quit. Taking it off was such a relief. So instead, I just dressed up as a blind man for Halloween. Went to Monterey and listened to this guy play Zelda on his flute. Witness this.
No, you have to have the arms behind you to cream. Oh, Naruto show? I got you.
Oh no.
He's assaulting me!
Why am I here? Sing it to cream. Okay, stop.
Joined the robotics team and messed around. Played Darude's instrument in front of thousands of people. We tried to get to the rooftop of some buildings, but couldn't because of locked doors. Takreem got really scared. Invested in my first piece of Bitcoin, and it went down like $1,000. How great. And I've decided that I would make 2018 the most productive and the most I don't give a year of my life. Make some resolutions, stick to them, and make 2018 great.
I'm being sexually assaulted. Oh wait, it's still recording.